WPTV.
Welcome back to the desk. The NBA season is coming to an end, just like me and Justis's tenure here on the desk. But here to break down everything that's going on in the hardwood, we have Justis, Danny, welcome Anthony, and Jimmy Patton one more time. So we have to throw this one to you because it's so obvious. Your favorite player, and you know what? He's one of mine too because I just love watching him play. Nikola Jokic won his second straight MVP, and broader scheme, Llanos won back-to-back, he won back-to-back. They're both foreign, so I love to see that. But Danny, I know a lot of people don't like this, but what's your thoughts on Jokic winning his second MVP in a row?
Well, the haters can listen to Justin Timberlake and Cry Me a River right now, because right now it's the back-to-back tour, like Gregg said. And if we could take a look at his stats, he averaged 27 points per game, 14 rebounds, 8 assists on 58% shooting and 34% for three. He also had 2 steals and a blocks for those who say he can't play defense. Right now, you see him hooping right there, reverse little layup right there. And then he backpacked this team, Samory, without his second and third best players to a 50-win pace because they went 46 and 28 without him. So there were a couple games where he didn't play, so the record could have been better. And when he was off the floor, like I said, they were one of the worst teams in the league. And when he played, they were one of the best teams in the league. He led the team in everything, LeBron-esque, and he was the first player in NBA history to have over 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 500 assists.
What can you say? I mean, really, what can you say? He had a hell of a season, second time he did it. Jimmy, your thoughts?
I can say that Joel Embiid should have won this award. 30 points per game as a big man. No one had to deal with the crap that Joel Embiid had to deal with this season. You had Ben Simmons as a teammate, not playing a game. When he did play a game, not to help offensively. You had to deal with James Harden, who, let's be honest, not prioritizing playing basketball so much anymore. Not what he was in Houston, not even what he was in Brooklyn. This man took 2 shots last night in the second half, not even trying to score anymore.
What's this got to do with Jokic, though?
Embiid should have got MVP.
No, time out. He should not have gotten it. This isn't Make-A-Wish. This isn't Oprah. Not everybody can win MVP awards here. Whoever's had the best season has had the best season. And no offense, Scott.
Danny. Joel is not just anybody, though. You heard the stats. Joel's stats were just as good as Jokic, and not only that, yes, Jokic did carry an injured Denver team, but look what Joel Embiid had to handle. He had to handle Ben Simmons, who hasn't played half the year. Then the other half the year, he had to carry James Harden, who is now a part-time NBA player and a full-time strip club connoisseur. So and he dragged him all the way to the second round of the playoffs. And honestly, I personally think that the NBA should start including the playoffs in the MVP discussion, because if that were the case, I think Llanos has a legitimate case of MVP as well.
I will say, though, even though he had to deal with that, respectfully, I feel like the backpack was better from Nikola. And low-key, if you want to split apples to oranges, Nikola had the worst team between all 3 candidates.
I could agree there.
Joel Embiid.
Whoa, relax. Let Anthony go, please.
I don't want to take anything away from Llanos and Embiid. They both had excellent years. But to me, Jokic was the most valuable regular season player.
You're hurting me, Finnen. You're hurting me.
No, he knows ball right
Oh, there we go.
I can't help it. But the fact is, he carried the Nuggets in a Western Conference, which is, frankly, much more difficult than the Eastern Conference. And the Nuggets finished only 3 games behind the Bucks and 76ers. And again, without Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. for most of the year, everyone playing the Nuggets knew the ball was going to Jokic, and they still couldn't stop him.
Yeah.
And Nikola Jokic knew every night that he wasn't going to have these players. Joel Embiid, every night not knowing what he's going to get, every night hoping that someone was going to get back out of James
Harris.
Get reliant on Tobias Harris. You had absolutely 0 depth on that team. This Philadelphia 76ers got to Game 6 with a fractured orbital bone and torn thumb ligament.
Give me Tobias Harris over whatever Aaron Gordon or Will Barton. Don't know who the second best player in the Nuggets is, and I'm a Nuggets fan, mind you.
I love it. You guys got Danny Llanos on some splits. I love it. Moving along, gentlemen. That was a little feisty. Let's calm down just a hair. So, Justis, let's go to you. We won't be here for the NBA Finals, as this is the last episode of the semester, last day of the semester as well. So, who do you think is going to be in the Finals, and who do you think is going to win the Finals?
Look, I may be a bitter Nets fan, but I'm going to be honest with you. The Boston Celtics are real. And I saw that in the first round when they beat the Brooklyn Nets. They are down right now. I do think that they could have won the last game in the last seconds. I think they will beat the Bucks. I think they're going to the finals. And none of the West teams impressed me, honestly. The Warriors just got 40 clipped. The Memphis is inexperienced, and Ja Morant's injured. And the Suns, quite frankly, struggled with the Pelicans, are now struggling with the Dallas Mavericks. I got the Boston Celtics beating the Suns in 6.
And the Suns might not even make it because they just got to a Game 7 with the Mavericks.
Yeah, it could go either way.
Danny?
Well, for me, the back-to-back theme continues. I think we're heading into a finals rematch between the Bucks and the Suns. The Bucks, guys, let's face it. We have the best. They have the best player on the planet, on Llanos Antetokounmpo, and they have a well-constructed team with guys like Drew Holiday, Bobby Portis, and this is without Chris Middleton. On the flip side, the Suns have been the best team record-wise. Although they're heading into a decisive Game 7, I believe the home team will prevail, and in the end, it'll be Bucks in 7 because I trust Giannis.
Yes, I think the Bucks are going to win as well. I do think they're going to play somebody else, though, but I'll say that towards the end. Jimmy?
I'm going to take the Bucks over the Warriors. I mean, like you said, Justis, the Suns are showing inability to close, and the reason I like the Bucks, the Celtics are not showing an ability to close out games. They have a very bad record this whole entire season when games decided by 3 points or fewer. I believe they're 2-9, which is the same record as the Houston Rockets, and if you're in a category with them this season, that's not where you want to be. The Bucks have the championship pedigree. The Warriors are going to get there with their experience. I think they're going to get past Memphis. And Phoenix Suns, we don't know what they're going to get out of them or Dallas, so I like the Warriors to prevail from either team. Give me the Bucks back-to-back.
Anthony?
Well, it's wide open, but I like the Bucks repeating against the Mavericks. We all know how talented this Bucks team is. They've got the best player in the game, and we saw from their comeback against Boston that this team does not fold under pressure, and they've got a lot of big game experience these last few years. As for the West, I just think this is the year that the Mavericks are going to surprise people, and Luka Doncic is going to just carry this team, and it's going to establish him as one of the top 5 best players in the league. I think if they get just enough support for Doncic from guys like Bullock and Finney-Smith, I think the Mavs have the momentum, and that's really all you need at this point.
Yeah, and
Giannis and Luka in the finals.
That would be nice.
Something. That would be something.
But I think we're going to get Giannis and Steph Curry in the finals.
Also tough.
And I'm going to take the Bucks in 7 because I think those guys are on a collision course. I do not trust the Phoenix Suns. They literally have struggled with Brandon Ingram, and I love Brandon Ingram to death, former Laker, but come on. Moving along, gentlemen. Last question. Wow. So, this is fitting. This is the last question too. We're going to finish off with some slander. So, Jimmy, there's a lot of teams that disappointed in the NBA this season. Out of all of them, which one was the most disappointing and needs to put in the most work this offseason?
The most work and the most disappointment, frankly, I don't even know why it's disappointing because they disappoint me every year, is New York Knicks. Emmanuel quickly regressed. Obi Toppin regressed. We trade for Kemba Walker, non-existent. The New York Knicks played the Hawks in that 4-5 matchup last year. Don't even make the playoffs this year. Tom Thibodeau went from coach of the year to coach on a hot seat. This team, the roster needs a lot of work. RJ Barrett is quote unquote your foundational piece. You're not even sold on if you want to extend him. The Knicks need a lot of work, and I don't know if World Wide Wes is the guy to do it.
Anthony?
Well, I want everyone to think back to the beginning of this year. The betting favorite to win the NBA Finals was the Brooklyn Nets. They had 3 Hall of Famers ready to go, and now here we are, and they're getting swept in the first round. Things have to change. And the big thing is Kevin Durant, as great as he is, he can't do everything. Unfortunately, Kyrie Irving, he's great when he's on the court, but he's just been so inconsistent these last 2 years, and it seems like he cares more about his own success than the team. And I don't know if Steve Nash is really the right coach. Maybe get someone with more experience. I think the Nets have a lot of splashy pieces at the top, a lot of big names, but it's not a very deep, well-put-together team, so they have a lot of work to do.
Danny, quickly.
For me, it has to be that fraudulent team in Utah. The Jazz somehow, with no expectations, managed to disappoint me again.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
I found out last year to never believe in this team because they can't stop dribble penetration. They made Jalen Brunson look like an all-star. Like an all-star. And blow this sorry team up. Trade Rudy, trade Dono. If you keep one of them, they're not going to be good enough to compete.
Quinn Snyder got to go too.
This team is so flawed. They have a bunch of cones defensively. And it's like Rudy save us on offense. Donovan save us on Rudy save us on defense. Donovan save us on offense. And they live by the 3, die by the 3. This team... Don't get me. This team has me.
Trade both of them, Danny?
Yes, blow it up.
Danny feeling froggy today. I like
feeling
it.
froggy today.
Justis, close this out, sir.
Y'all know what it is. The Lakers are bad. They are a bad team. People always talk about who's the better player, LeBron and Michael Jordan. We should be talking about who's the worst GM because lead GM has ruined the Laker team. First off, they need to figure out what they're going to do with Russell Westbrook in that contract. After that, then they can start thinking about free agents. They need some 3-and-D guys. There are some notable free agents. Zach LaVine's unrestricted. Miles Bridges is a free agent, but he's going to want the bag. Colin Sexton's restricted free agent. Gary Harris, they need to make some moves. When you have LeBron James and Anthony Davis, you are supposed to... Your expectations is a championship, so it's championship or bust for this team, especially the Lakers.
Justice, one thing I do want to say about that Lakers team, though, is they don't compare to the team that we have here. I'm so happy and thankful to be part of you guys, the senior sports desk crew, all the seniors on here, the dynasty that we have created. And you know, guys, I think I speak for everyone on the desk. Samory, Danny, Justis, Steve in the back directing, Joe, Sudal, and our honorary senior Cal. What do we always say, Samory, about when you leave?
I don't know.
What's going to happen?
I don't know. Yeah.
Samory, you and all the seniors' jerseys are going in the rafters.
Damn.
So all the seniors come on the desk. You all have
Come on, Steve. Come on, Steve. Come on, Steve.
Sudal.
Come on, Steve. Come
Hall
on,
of
Steve.
Fame.
Oh, that's why you asked me what my favorite number was.
Where you at, Mulder?
Makes sense now.
Come on, Mulder. I'll hold it for him.
Joe Powell's is here.
Joe Powell's miscellaneous.
Where's Country Cal?
Honorary senior.
Man.
Yes.
Listen, on behalf of everyone who's not a senior, congratulations. We love you. You guys, this is hard. We love you. You guys taught me a lot, taught us a lot. You guys are the big reason why the show is so successful. You guys are going to do amazing things. And from coworkers on the desk, teaching in radio and TV, and truly just as my and all of our close friends, thank you so much. We love you all.
Thank you. Come on, gents. Everybody, come on, gents. So, wow, this is nice. Yes, Marissa, you did make it.
Good job, man. Good job.
In the nick of time.
So, for one last time, here from Hamilton Hall, from everybody here at the desk, it's been a hell of a season. I'm just so thankful we were able to get back here on the desk after being on Zoo for so long. I didn't think this would ever happen again. But for one last time, for everybody here at the desk, I'm Samory Rose. Catch you guys next time.